last series with a but this is going to be very interesting as well, because James is going to offer a lot of tower taking a threat here early, whereas the Magnus is definitely a hero that wants to continue getting a lot of farming stacks and kind of just playing in the lane. As we do see first blood though up top, Eris. And now, like, you're already seeing how rough of a lane it's going to be. I think we have to put the emphasis on as mid lane, Jamesy. Skewer under should be fine, but of course, it's a lot of harassment. Melee matchups.
And so he's dead again.
Oh, even bot lane, Grims just falls. That is a big kill, and...
Arrow, stomp comboed. And I feel like he's been doing a pretty good job with that. He's farming pretty safely. I'm always just concerned about a Spectre being able to overrun, especially when you've got a Phoenix backing you up. You can see, though, with that Blink Dagger now picked up on the Magnus, he'll be looking to go for an RP. Just the skewer's going to be enough. That was
perfect precision. Skewer back into the Vortex, into the Arrow Ice Blast. Bensoy's coming on over as well.
Ooh, nice.
The Chrono finds two heroes on the edge. Van's going to end up losing his life. They'll drop the Supernova in a very good spot. Southfield, they've got to retreat away with the Overgrowth 2, locking in S.E.A, as they'll end up finding 3. Bob as well actually might get brought down. Poison over Sting, still ticking him down. Is it enough? Bob, he needs a strength trade. It's gonna get the blink away. No, just tick thanks to the Fire Spirit positioning from Grims. Radiant, they're not set up just yet, and I think they might be able to do so.
I think they will. I mean, it's still super early on. Van's gonna be up in another 13 seconds, and you've got that max level Nature's Grasp. Jamesy's here just with the end of the DK ulti though.
The Slayer, but he got the Ice Blast, and they melt through, but a great Supernova to the western side with the Overgrowth. They're going to try and bring it down, but the leap on forward is the attack speed enough. It's not! Supernova pops, and now they can look to turn a Centaur. He'll attempt to TP out. Will he make it? No. Triple for a bar. This Spectre getting involved thanks to the Horn, and again, they keep that tier 1 tower alive.
Who's TPing in? Is that Phoenix?
Horn? They're actually going to look to take the fight head on against Southbill. Haven't been able to bring down one target just yet. With the blinking forward, if they can deal with the Ancient Apparition, but the Cold Feet
nice arrow.
Sets up for the arrow. Chrono on 2, but where's the follow-up? Bob, he can move on forward with the RP afterwards, tries to get a multi-hero skill with the RP, hasn't used it just yet until now. They'll deal with the Aegis first life here on the Spectre, still with the Supernova. Not being able to kill off Van means to have to retreat back to safety. As James is in trouble though. Dragged away from the rest of the team, it's a 1 for 2, make it a 2 for 3. As it just burned through Grims out of all the heroes, gets a triple. Now he's even going to have the extra benefit to the Agnums too.
They found Eris here. I wonder if they're so scared of committing at this point. Honestly, it probably is the best time to do it. You know that there's no Poison Over, you know there's no Horn, you know there's no Supernova. Yeah, it's going to be available in 15 seconds, but if you don't commit onto this tower, it's just going to get healed up.
We've got a repeat. Jump on Van.
There's no
Ultimate
R,
on
though.
cooldown though. Bit unfortunate. It's up and up top.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Eris
under
just
attack.
keeps on healing that tower. Keeps on keeping on.
Haunton, a bot. Great use of the Stampede. We saw previous game, the Spectre really trying to identify the issue of the Ancient Apparition. It's going to eat a point blank arrow. Bob? He's going to be careful now. BKB into the RP. Eris sidestep, a great position for the tree protect. Now with the BKB completely wasted. Eris's tree has been so on point this game. The sidestep to lock him in. They also are able to catch out Zenki as well with a wraparound from James's Dragon Knight. And wait, do they know Bensoy's here? Oh no, Bensoy. He might be in trouble. Blink. So keep bumping their heads against these towers. Van?
Arrow?
It's the arrow.
Found him.
Instant Stampede. The teams are coming over. They don't have the Haunt just yet, so Bard's going to have to TP in. Van somehow still alive. It gets the ultimate off. They haven't been able to kill him just yet. Now with the Chrono.
Good Chrono.
Dropped onto 3 with the Ice Blast 4. They're going to try and commit onto James.
He sucked him in.
It keeps him alive, but can they bring it down fast enough? They can. Finally, the Supernova will end up falling to Beezy. With the help tipping over Grims, they recognize the importance of dealing with that Supernova. And now with the Spirit Vessel's out as well. Bob RP counter up from Eris with the Overgrowth, but this time it's not enough. Finally, Southbill, they'll be able to crack the code. They've been bumping their heads time and time again against Cignal Ultra underneath these towers.
got to make sure that he's not caught out of position. He's farming underneath this observer ward that's about to expire.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
A bar?
Okay.
Wait, they're really disconnected on Dire. There's no Void. There's no Mirana as well. So Centaur gets ripped apart. Or does he force back left, right, and center? Cignal makes it away. Oh, so close. Pawn? Is he actually even committing the ultimate? A bar. Now he's really disconnected from the team. Where's the hell? Jumps back on over towards Jobeezy. I hear a supernova down to the southern side. Faceless Void has got no help of the team. Now with the RP on top of the river. The Spectre needs help scream further up to the northern side as a bar. He'll fall the instant tip from his old teammate in Zenki.
I was about to say, it doesn't feel like a 15k net worth lead to me.
Look how aggressive they can play. You highlighted kind of the lack of stuns, and they could just have two heroes so far away from the team. A jump on Van. Chrono committed. Again, it's only on one. Eris on the backline is actually going to get caught, but now with the overgrowth, they used it early to not be able to protect the supernova. Let's see if it's going to cost him. Egg on top of the high ground. Now with the RP follow-up as well, but Spectre, he's vulnerable at the moment without the help of the team, but the Egg is going to end up pop. No, Void is in trouble. The Sunray burst, it's enough. They'll finally be able to bring down Ben Soy. The Cignal is going to attempt the TP this stun a little bit too late. So South built too cocky. We've seen time and time again this game in the past kind of 5-7 minutes that the Centaur, you know, the Faceless Void positioning has been up in the face, but this time they will get punished.
Oh, look at that. Look at that annoying little Plague Ward. Just making sure that you've got that tick damage coming through onto the Centaur.
Buyback.
Use the buyback. You just run.
You're going to get a lot out of this. Now Bensoy's going to be careful if they collapse actually on top of the Faceless Void. But trying to stand his ground in man fight. Cignal falling really low. The Sunray Spirit Vessel. The Heart's going to do absolutely naught here. Centaur will fall. He doesn't have a buyback. Now it's all on Bensoy. But he's disconnected from the team. And the Faceless Void just brought back and he needs help. A Time Walker going aggressively is going to backtrack on forward. BKB pop. James is going to be able to stand his ground. But the bash is there. Where's the help? Bensoy. The stuns are lacking. So instead they're going to try and jump on the supports. As Mirana's caught, they've got the detection and they're able to bring him down. But an instant buyback. Bob's going to be up in 5 seconds, so Cignal, they've got to be cautious of how long they want to stick around. Centaur's got 4,500. Mag's got 3,500. Like, there's some beefy boys, and then it's just the supports. Well, speaking about them, they don't have the Phoenix, so they definitely have to be cautious. There's the buyback coming into play, but now with the RP solely on one, Bensoy is able to rip apart Van, but he's at least able to get the ultimate off. A buyback instantly with the Chronosphere drop. Eris, great use of the E-Blade. He's able to protect off the Dragonites, and now with the Chronosphere completely wasted, that's a lot of their ultimates on cooldown. And now you need to be able to protect the Faceless Void. He bought back previously. That might just be a dieback, and it is. Void down. 120 seconds on the deck. Bob's going to tap the TP out as well. Do they have the damage go through? They do not. Is he going to tick out in the base? Bob has to eat the Fairy Fire, but no Faceless Void, 110 seconds. You won't have the Centaur as well. I don't know if they can contest this. Brady got really good vision. The towers. Centaur's back up. Void another 15. Skewer. Sets up with the hoof stomp. This is a really, really difficult person to be able to bring down. They've got a heart. They've got a second life. They're even going to drop the RP Skewer. He might have to use Hort. He's all the way out of the fountain. But can they lock him in? Shockwave, drag back. E-Blade's there. They need to make sure they keep him in the fountain. Oh no, what's going on? Nullifier. They'll kill him off. They don't have Chrono. Is Skewer back up? It is. They should be able to keep him there. Are they going to be able to hold this? No, apart. He tries to haunt away, but they're all inside the fountain. The throne, it's exposed. James is trying to go to work. It's falling low. They got to get outside the base, and they will be able to do so. As Van, he's now going to end up losing his life, instantly getting rid of the Aeon disc. No buyback on your Veno, but Southfield, they hold.
Oh no, it was just the bottom tower.
Smoke up.
You could get a full-man Chrono.
They're really disconnected right now. Void's got a little bit of backup on Bob, but they're making sure they're split away from a solid multi-hero RP as Bob's going to fly on forward. At least that ultimate's used to try and protect the Faceless Void, but now with the blink in, Cignal finds multiple. This is the ultimate on cooldown now, but the Chrono committed,
Just
finds
on one.
both. The Aeon Disc instantly perks off Nullifier with the Ice Blast connection as well. Jamesy has to pop the BKB, 4,600 health, but are they able to bring down all this DK's life pool? They'll try and get the jump on forward with the backline of Bar. He's zoning away the extra damage that's required from Ben Soy. A time work once again back defensive. He needs the rest of the team to be able to keep the Faces Void alive, but he's actually going back in. Ben Soy, you crazy man. They're going to try and drop the Supernova, but the Abyssal Blade's out to lock him in with the E-Blade follow-up as well. They're unable to deal with the egg. No, but the Sun Ray burns him to a crisp. They'll lose the Mirana. So Mayo's going to end up falling as well. All you have to do is hope that Southbuilt have buybacks for another crazy defense. But they are 4 down.
And just little bits of luck there. I think he got one bash onto the Phoenix. He gets one more. I think that fight could go very differently in Southbuilt's favor because Grims, he didn't have buyback. Eris, he's just going to make sure that this bottom lane isn't too much of a factor. One buyback being used here, but Bob, what are you doing? Your team is dead!
Oh, Bob, no! BKB! Okay, he's got a buyback. He did pop BKB though. So, you're not going to have this for the fight. They've got Glyph on Dire.
Like,
Structures are fortified.
Alright, all buybacks. So careful now, Dire. They just have 5 lives, whereas Radiant, they've got 8 with their buybacks available. Ice Blast used without the Chrono.
Ice Blast.
They're trying to poke and prod down Jamesy. They forced the BKB, but now with the overgrowth, where's the extra control? A refreshing
There's
use
the
as well,
Satanic.
but Bob is going to skew with the back. They do with the Faceless Void. He's down. That's a dieback for him. Bob as well, just getting completely controlled. The slows through the BKB. He'll drop the RP, but Eris an instant follow-up. And that should be all she wrote. Spectre, he doesn't care that he's so disconnected from the team. 5,300 health. Some more all chats, but my boy Jobeezy, you're out of this game, son. You're gonna end up losing game 1, 55 minutes in, no buybacks. GG's are called.
It was lag, guys. It was lag. That was the only thing that ended up deciding that game. But that was... I mean, I just hate anti-mage in general, so I'm hesitant to go in onto them. But I feel like there are ways to make this drown not effective, and that is the only way you're pushing towers as well, which is always a concern when Cignal, all 3 of their cores can do a really good job of pushing towers or just, you know, splitting sideways. What's Roberto done?
That is questionable. I'm not sure about the Storm Spirit. Come on, just tell me. Like, even then, you know, I know we were talking about if the ward blocks the camp earlier. Like, that one as well. It's so hard to tell. Grims actually might fall top. Doesn't have the movement speed advantage. They're going to have another round of the abilities up as well. So even though he pops the Selv, we will see this Ancient Apparition end up losing his life as, well, Southbuilt hit back. So Mayo is going to be the one to find it. But Bensoy, 6 last hits. Again, how do you feel about this lane? Because I think that, well, exactly what I was going to bring up. I mean, that is very scary to run into a split Earth setup with that Nyx Assassin stun.
Bob's dead again?
Bob gets solo killed and they lose. Okay, I'm all on Cignal Ultra, baby. I never said Southbuilt.
I'm keen to see, like, if for nothing else, I'm keen to see Cignal potentially move forward, because I've always loved how James E actually likes playing some of these more off-meta heroes in the mid lane.
Yeah, I think it's...
Oh, okay. This will help Bob recover. Nicely done, being able to pick up this this stack here.
Radiant's middle tower is
Yeah,
under
Fairy's
attack.
trinket as well. If he gets a bit closer, he might even be able to pick up the fact that this is watered.
He's got 4 points breathe fire. Van Bot. You lose Ben Soy. It's a double for Van. We're keeping our tabs on Jamesy right now. This Dragon Knight, it's a thorn in their side. 3 kills across the map. This second game,
Has been killed.
it's...
He even gets the courier as it's there.
I mean,
Radiant structures are
It's
fortified.
gonna
Your
be a-
predictions, Aries. I'm not sure about it.
what do you mean? I said I was all on Cignal. Bob? It's got some reinforcement in Van and Grims.
no.
Can they even kill off Eris? What? Bob's down
Cignal's
again.
down.
Jobeezy's down too. And Bensoi also revealed himself, so he's going to be pretty careful. Vance tanky with this build is, you know, trying to get the components into the mechanism. And that's your 4th death on the Drow Ranger. This one, it's just... Game 1 was close, but unfortunately for South Built, this second game is nowhere near even.
Radiant's
They can come back into this.
Huh? Maybe mid.
Smoke up behind Bensoy. They've got the siege creep there, so it makes sense for him to be in this lane. They're trying
Zip
to
in.
catch out this next assassin, but
Oh, nice stun. Back and forth, Impale, along with the Spike Carapace. Finally, South Built are going to be able to pick up a kill after a while, and it's also Bob finding that one. He's feeling himself now. Zipping on forward underneath the tower. He's got to be careful. They'll drop the Ravage, clipping on 2, so it's going to stop James's follow-up with the counter. But now his Blink's back up and available. They'll kill him off. Bensoy is in no man's land. I mean, at least he's got a force, but a bar can instantly close the distance. As the Anti-Mage making sure that the Drow has nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. As it's 4 down on South Built. I don't think they'll get the tide. I say that though, you know, Jamesy's got no backup, so.
has been killed.
So Mail.
I don't think you care. Just leave him. Let him do his thing. He doesn't have Ravage. He's no threat.
Find the correct retreat path.
He's nearly got his Skadi. It's going to be like a 21 minutes.
Oh, they're thinking about it. Blink in. Jamesy is a difficult beast to bring down. 2,700
Nice
health,
Ravage.
but it's a Ravage on 3. They're still trying to target the Dragon Knight. I don't think that's a hero you want to kill up, but even though the Leshrac, he's got Eternal Shroud along with the mechanism. So who do you actually kill right now from South Build? And well, the answer is no one. He'll try and jump in. Jamesy blinking once again. The curse is available. The Dragon Tail stun. Jobeezy, can he get it off in the nick of time? He can. He's going to lock in the Anti-Mage. DK falling incredibly low with the Splinter Blast. He's going to claim the kill. But the stuns are on cooldown. And Bensoy is getting dived. They're out of mana here on Van, so the damage is a bit lacking. A big mana void. But Zenka's got the follow-up. They need the damage though from the Drow Ranger, zipping him all the way clean of the mana. And now a Bard's going to be careful. If they can hold him back, which they won't be able to. They really needed that damage there from the Drow, and it will be able to keep a Bard's Anti-Mage alive.
He's just trying to do as much as he can to reveal the map position of everyone right now to enable this Drow to continue farming. I believe, has she got something coming out to her?
Jamesy?
BKB perhaps? She does. She's got the BKB coming out to her now, so they might be trying to make a big play happen here. You've got the Blink Ravage.
Got the Ravage. It's paired up with the
About that
Curse though, so
combo.
they're going to overlap the ultimates. They'll still evaporate the Ancient Apparition. Now with the Mana Void, it's only used on Zenki, but they need to make sure they close the distance on top of the Drow Ranger. So Bensoy with the BKB, he's got the Pike as well. Makes it down to the low ground, but Abar, you ain't going anywhere. Great use of the counter spell as well. Instantly reflects off the Earth Spike. That's a dieback on your line. And up they go onto the high ground. Another stun, locking in Jobeezy. That's going to be the 3rd death here on South Build. Bob's going to be pretty careful as well, because they might actually just end up turning to kill off the Storm Spirit next. Bob completely out of mana and is out of health as well, as it's a triple for a bar. Godlike here on your Anti-Mage, 23 minutes into this second game.
Anti-Mage, double the net worth of the Drow.
Has been killed.
But it's not even 100% probability as well, as 2 supports are going to end up falling. They're doing whatever they can to try and shove out these lanes. I mean, Storm just long zip in mid, beyond Godlike here. They're finding another. Jamesy found Bensoy. He's got a Pike and BKB, but the slow from Jamesy means that he has to TP up. No, the bash! Oh, that just tells the tale of this game. It's all one-sided.
Don't worry, that Vlad's. That's going to be the thing that turns it all around for him.
I mean... Oh, no way. That is...
Sun has fallen to the under attack.
Alright, here we go. Big Winter's Curse, but they're splitting. I mean, you could use it on Eris.
Is under
Curse
attack.
on
Probably
2.
not the Lesh, he's already got Edict.
Roof dot. Tide's just gonna try and run on forward to
Good
drop the
Ravage.
Ravage. But great counter. DK with his own rebuttal. Locks back the Drow Ranger. That's a lot of the damage here from South Built. And you see with the DK's positioning, it's just Bensoy, he can't do anything. Without any marksmanship procs, the damage is lacking, especially when no Finger of Death is going to fly out there. So that's the Ravage down, Curse down as well. And that is all she wrote. Unfortunately here for their hopes of qualifying to TI10 will be no longer. South Built will be our third Southeast Asian team eliminated.
You hate to see it, but you love to see some of this coordination coming through from Cignal.